Hello, my name is Wes of the Universal Life Church, and this is an introduction to let you know what this church is about. I was ordained as a minister of the Universal Life Church last November, and in the spring of 2006, validated by the state of Massachusetts. My credentials were checked, and I am official in the state of Massachusetts. And in the summer, I opened this online church to discuss religion and spirituality and what I've learned over the past 7 years or so studying religion, the different world religions such as Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, Islam, and a lot of other different religions, from Freemasonry, Gnostics. I have studied a lot about Gnostics and Freemasonry and where our belief system comes from. And here at this church, I'm going to try to relay the information of the original teachings of all these religions. Because in their original core teachings, they are all teaching pretty much the same thing. They have different ways of teaching, but they're teaching the same thing. And I think that's what some people don't understand, because in religion today, they always want to point the finger and say, we're the best and they are not. Our God is better than your God. And it's divisive, and it's actually incorrect. That's not the teachings that were taught by Muhammad and Jesus and others, Buddha. They didn't teach that. But that's what's being taught today in a lot of churches, and it's time we set the record straight with the original ancient teachings of these religions, because we are all children of the same universe, and we all just want to live in peace with liberty and to understand ourselves and the psychology. Because the Bible and the Quran, Buddhist teachings, and all these religions are really trying to teach us about ourselves and our psychology and our minds and how they work. And over the years, people who didn't understand them started infiltrating these religions and not teaching the correct or original teachings. They say they're following the words of Jesus, but then they condemn others and they break the golden rules. So here at the Universal Life Church, we're going to bring all that to the front, and we're going to discuss what all these religions have in common. That's what we call the universal truth. It's what all these religions have in common and what they're actually teaching. And they're teaching us how to find what God is. And I think there has been a misunderstanding about what God is. He's not an invisible man that lives up in the sky, that throws down winning lottery tickets and grants wishes. It's something that is in all of us. It is within us, and it's also outside of us. But to try to find what God is outside of us is very difficult. It can be done if you will work hard. But looking inside ourselves for it is also very difficult, because we have to look deeply at how we feel, our emotions, and to strip away these lies that have been told to us over the years through wrong teachings in these religions. We have a society that adopts these wrong teachings, and then they teach them to their children, and on down it goes until they think God is an invisible man in the sky. And they think that's true. As ridiculous as it sounds, they think it's true. But it's not. God is real, but he's not an invisible man in the sky. It is something that is in us. And to understand it, it takes a little bit of teaching. And it's a difficult teaching because the Bible is written in allegories and parables, and they can be taken in more than one way. And this was done for a reason, because different beliefs in the past could get you killed. So sometimes the message had to be hidden in a way that only when you are ready to receive it will you understand it. And here we are going to try to unravel some of the mysteries that are withheld in religions. We teach spirituality. There is a difference between spirituality and religion, and we're going to discuss that in future videos and define what they are. And that's just a basis of where this channel, this church, if you want to call it that. I call it a church, but it may not be anything like the churches that you have been to, because they're teaching, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are teaching corrupted versions of Christianity and Islam and Judaism instead of the original teachings. Now here on, I use the King James Bible when I'm referring to it, because the King James Bible is the first interpretation from the original Italian. It's before it got corrupted by people wanting to make it easier to read, so they go in and try to change the text to make it easier, and they take words out and put words in that change the meaning. Not only make it easier, but change the meanings to mean more how they believe, rather than leaving it the way it originally was. So, King James Bible, I believe, is the original, and that's what we will use here. And that is about all I want to say for now, because there'll be upcoming videos about all these subjects that we're talking about. And we'll also get into more spiritual teachings about enlightenment and what that is. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the word out there, enlightenment or awakening or a raising of your awareness or consciousness, and what that means. Because that can be also confusing too. But they're trying to, people who use these words are trying to express something that is really important and really is the whole message of all these religions, that they're trying to get the message of an enlightenment or an awakening, or getting Christ consciousness, as some say, to view the world in a new perspective, a clearer perspective, to strip away all the lies and find out what the truth is. Because that's what we all really want, is we want to know the truth. We don't want all the fluff that is out there that requires you to have faith. Just believe. Blind faith. We don't need blind faith. We need truth. We need provable stuff. We need to know, not have faith. Faith is when you don't know. You need to believe. I believe God exists. Or you can know God exists. And you do that by having an experience. There is an experience that you can experience God yourself. And then you won't need faith anymore, because you'll know. And that's the basis of spirituality, is not telling you what to believe. Is allowing you to have the experience yourself so you can experience it. And that's all for now. This is Wes from the Universal Life Church, and we hope that you subscribe to our page, and we'll have a lot of interesting things to discuss. Thank you.